Today I'm going to be answering questions that you guys might have for me, most of them about Injustice 2 Mobile. As always, the rules are the same. If you want me to answer your question in the next Q&A, leave your question down below in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer as many as I can. Today I answered almost every single question that was on my last Q&A, so yeah, if you guys leave a question, you have a pretty great chance of me answering it. Anyways, I created a playlist for these Q&As just in case if you guys had a question and wanted to check if I already answered it before in a previous Q&A. That way you don't have to wait for my reply. Anyways, let's answer these questions. The very first question is from Grack. What makes you keep playing the game, and are you a comic book fan? Alright, so the only thing that keeps me playing the game is that I really do enjoy the mechanics of it. I know a lot of us complain about the lag and stuff. However, that's really rare compared to how many times the game actually works. And when the game actually works, it's actually pretty fun. I like how strategical it is with a lot of different complicated passives that every single character has. I don't know why, I just really do enjoy that. Yes, I also enjoy characters like Shazam that are pretty simple to understand and just OP in general. But I also really like, learning new things about how to use the Batman Ninja Robin team or the Multiverse team. I like all of that stuff. Am I a comic book fan? I don't actually read the comic books, but I do watch a lot of superhero stuff like the TV shows, the animated movies, and the regular movies like the Marvel movies. I also really do enjoy the DC movies. I don't see why a lot of people really hate them. I really like the action and I like how dark they are. Especially the Batman versus Superman. I think that one was pretty underrated. I didn't actually mind the Martha scene. That's a lot of people memed that, and I didn't really like it because I actually really enjoyed that scene. But in terms of comic books, I don't really read that many comic books. The next question is from Jimbo the Legend. What are the two best silver support characters in raids? Also, what is the best multiverse team? So the two best silver support characters in raids, in my opinion, is probably going to be Bane and Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate is just a beast. And Bane, he gives you a lot of really cool stuff, especially when you're using the Justice League team or something like that. Characters that really benefit from basic attack hits. I just really love using Bane. He's really cool. What's the best multiverse team? For me, in Arena, I really like using Armored Supergirl, Multiverse the Flash, and regular Supergirl. Regular Supergirl, you can exchange her for a lot of different characters. I just like using her because she gives me defense, and that really helps me out when I'm fighting really OP opponents. But in raids, I really like using Multiverse Black Lightning just because, he makes every single special of the opponent cost more the more that they use it. The next question is from Splits Gaming. In your opinion, what is the most overrated and underrated character in the game? For me, a really overrated character has got to be Armored Superman. He just basically stops one special and that's it. That's his whole passive. I really don't like that. Yes, he has a reflective shield, but so do a bunch of other Might heroes, so I don't really know what's the big deal with him. In terms of underrated characters, I have two. Number one, Jon Stewart Green Lantern, and number two, Atlantean Armored Aquaman. I feel like these characters are really forgotten, and they're actually really easy to get, and they're pretty OP for the amount of time that it takes you to get them, so I really do like these characters. The next question is from Tricky. What characters do you think shouldn't be in the game, in the sense that they are too OP? I never really put too much thought into this, because whenever a character appeared to be OP, I would just find my own way to defeat them. The only character that I really hate fighting against, truly, is Darkseid. Just because of Darkseid's passive, where whenever he's tagged out, he can rain down that fire. Oh man, dude, that is horrible. That is such a bad idea. They either need to nerf the amount of damage that does, or they need to nerf the amount of time that it takes for it to hit you, because it happens way too frequently and it does way too much damage. The next question is from my boy Big Daddy Thanos. Since all of us are at home for quarantine, you should do live streams. All right, so first of all, I don't know how to do live streams. Second of all, Injustice 2 Mobile lags way too much for me to be doing live streams. You guys would be looking at loading screens 99% of the time, and I really don't want to do that. And also, number three, live streams are probably not my thing because I just go absolutely berserk when I'm playing video games, especially when I'm playing with my friends. We joke around way too much, and I don't want to seem like a bad dude in a live stream. So that's probably why I will never do live streams. The next question is from Ninja Gods. Do you think it's worth to keep doing the 25-minute operations when you only have a 5% chance to get power gems? First of all, no, it's not really worth it. And second of all, I don't really know why you're stuck at 5% chance to get power gems. Getting gems nowadays is super easy. You can get a lot really quickly. You just hop over to Champions Arena. You hop over to Arena. You collect your daily rewards. You collect your daily login rewards from raids. You should be getting a ton of gems regardless of operations. But the very first thing you should do when you get those gems, don't spend it on anything. Invest it into operations, and then obviously you're going to get a higher chance of getting your gems back in those 25-minute operations. That's the very first thing you should be doing. There is really no need to, do 25-minute operations or, 5-hour operations. It doesn't matter. The very first thing you have to do always in operations is level them up. The next question is from Hell Gamer. Who is your first gold and legendary character, and how did you get them? All right, so my first gold character was Unbreakable Cyborg, and I got him through a chest a very long time ago when I actually used to open up chests a lot. And the very first legendary character that I got was Legendary Superman, and I got him through a chest as well. However, the only reason why I got him through a chest is because I didn't really know what to post for YouTube, and I saw that a lot of chest openings were really popular in YouTube, so I decided to save a lot of gems and make a chest opening for legendary characters, and it actually just so happened to work, and I got Legendary Superman. So yeah, that's how I got both characters. The next question is from RVN Hellbat. I have a question. Who should be legendary? Mythic Wonder Woman or King of Atlantis Aquaman? Wow, that's not even close, bro. King of Atlantis Aquaman all day. First of all, I don't really like, Mythic Wonder Woman. She doesn't really do too much. Yeah, she's useful in arena because you can actually take out people and, get their buffs. But aside from that, there's really nothing special about her. I remember I saw a bunch of gameplay of her fighting Captain Cold and all that. And, they would always post a bunch of one-shots about her. But I was always thinking in the back of my head, Cyborg can do exactly the same thing and he can power drain. So I don't understand what's so important about Mythic Wonder Woman. Her passive doesn't really work in raids either, so it's got to be King of Atlantis Aquaman. He's just way too OP. The next question is from Hevix. I hope I said that right. My question is, when you start out, how should you spend your gems? That is actually a really good question, and a lot of people have this question. First of all, you really do need to upgrade operations because it's going to give you a really great return rate in the future. After that, honestly, I'm kind of lost. And the reason why is because when I started playing the game, it was a completely different game than what it is now. Now we have raids and now we have Champions Arena. You get a lot of really cool rewards from both of these game modes, and we didn't have that back then. So really the only place that you would spend your gems is either in Arena when you would refresh your characters or just buying chests. And nowadays you can do like a million different things with your gems. Obviously you could still refill your energy and stuff like that. But now it's like, what's the point of gems when you can just go to the raid store or the arena store and you can pick up a bunch of OP characters. So yeah, in terms of gems, I think they're really overrated. Just go ahead and upgrade operations, and then after that, you can do whatever you want. I personally, since I don't really care where they go, I just either refresh my energy to get a lot of credits, or I will buy that pack that costs like 250 gems, and it gives me 8,000 gear material and 6 reforges. The next question is from Claudio Constantine. How do you build powered Supergirl? Oh man, I got some bad news. You don't. All right. The reason why is because nowadays a lot of characters have a lot of crit resistance, so building up powered Supergirl isn't really worth it. If I were you, I would just save all of those gear materials and all of those gear reforges and just go build King of Atlantis Aquaman. If you already have a bunch of OP characters and you just want to build a powered Supergirl like just as a side character just to have some fun, then obviously you want to give her a ton of critical attack chance, a ton of critical attack damage. You want to level up her special one because that's the one that you can get for free, according to her passive if her passive triggers. And then obviously you just want to add a bunch of attack. I don't know. She seems more like an offensive player than defensive player. So I would definitely just add a bunch of, damage to her, a bunch of attack to her. That just seems the best way to go in my opinion. All right. The next question is from M3TSMAF. My question, I've been playing for a long time and I can't get to Elite 4. Some people tell me to start a new account, so I started a new one and nothing happened. I get to competitor 3. I'm pretty good with combos and specials and dodges, but I don't seem to get any luck from the hero chest and the premium chest. All right, so it depends on when you started your new account. If you literally just started it, obviously you're not going to be getting to Elite 4 or anything like that. You're still going to need a grind. You're still going to need to build up your roster. So I really don't know the time frame in this, so I can't really answer that question accurately. Just keep grinding in terms of arena. In terms of chests, I really don't promote buying chests just because they're super random. And the chances of you actually getting something good is super low, man. It is not worth it at all. As a matter of fact, I would probably recommend that you just go to the raid store or go to the arena store and refresh, the ability to buy more shards for each character and just get yourself a really great character because it's guaranteed. If you go to the raid store and you want to buy King of Atlantis Aquaman, just purchase as many shards as you possibly can. Even if you have to refresh it because you can only buy like 15 in a day, start buying like 30 in a day. Refresh it once so that way you can buy 30 shards in a day. That is way more worth it than going to buy chests. I just don't really know what to say about chests because I never open them. So yeah, my suggestion is keep grinding and just spend your gems a little bit more wisely. The next question is from Michael Lee. Can you take someone out in the league that has not been playing for a long time and add me? Question: would you start playing with a new account? So first of all, I really don't add people to my league anymore, just because if I say yes to one person, I'm gonna have to say yes to everybody. And obviously, I can't have everybody in my league. It's only a max of 30 people. On top of that, I don't necessarily like kicking people out of my league either, just because even if they're gone for 20 days, I don't know what happened to them. Maybe they had an emergency, maybe they lost their phone. It's not really their fault. So I don't really necessarily like kicking people out because, life happens. And it's really unfair for me to just presume that, oh, just because they're not playing, they should be kicked out because they might have some stuff going on. So yeah, I normally will never ever add anybody to my league. The only time that I will, and it usually isn't even me, is if somebody gets lucky and signs up for my league right as soon as somebody leaves. And usually it'll be my league admins that will add them. It won't really be me directly because I don't like handling that stuff. In the sense of would I start playing with a new account? I most likely wouldn't, just because I don't really feel like it. I don't really feel like starting over. I feel like the grind is just way too long and I've gotten way too far. Plus, a lot of my characters, because I don't pay for anything in the game and I have to grind everything out manually the way that it is, a lot of my characters aren't maxed out. So I still have a lot of things to do with every single character that I have. As a matter of fact, no character in my roster is maxed out. So I still have a lot of things to cover in this account, never mind starting a new account. The next question is from Eric. Who's the best character overall? So I have a video of top 6 characters in the game. Number 1 was King of Atlantis Aquaman, and this time I'm going to say exactly the same thing. I think King of Atlantis Aquaman is just great. Obviously, I always say that he isn't the greatest damage dealer, but he is the best bang for buck. In other words, you don't have to do a lot for him in order for him to start doing a ton of damage. That's what's really great. The barriers to entry for him are really, really low. In terms of doing a ton of damage, I guess you would say Last Laugh Joker. He's the only guy who I've seen to be able to defeat P1, P2, P3, and P4 all in one pip. So yeah, he's super OP, but I think King of Atlantis Aquaman is just the greatest overall. The next question is from Slime. Why do you let teammates die when using King of Atlantis Aquaman? So usually when I'm using King of Atlantis Aquaman, it's because I'm fighting in P2, and I'm assuming that's why he's asking me, because I have a lot of gameplay of me using King of Atlantis Aquaman in P2. The reason why I let my teammates die is so that way they don't get in my way whenever, the random tag-in triggers. That's really the only reason why. It just makes things a lot easier when your teammates die, and you only have King of Atlantis Aquaman, and you don't have to worry about the random tag-ins. The next question is from Ghosty. What do you think about the Suicide Squad team? That's actually a pretty hard question since I don't really understand the Suicide Squad team. They have a lot of words in their passives and their specials, but none of them really mean anything, and I don't really understand it. However, I have fought the Suicide Squad team before, and I'm not really impressed. There was only one time where I struggled to defeat the Suicide Squad team, and that's it. Every other time I defeated them in like 10 seconds, so I just think that they're not really worth it. The next question is from Gaming with Clash King. My question, which league are you in? I don't know if he's asking me what tier I'm on or what my league name is. The tier I'm on is T6, and my league name is Collision. The next question is from Lawless. How long did it take you to get your first legendary, or simply what was your level at that time? So my level has been level 70 for a very long time, so I assume that's what it was. And I got my first legendary maybe like 5 months ago or something like that. It was Legendary Superman. I posted the video of me getting him through a chest. And I probably could have gotten a legendary character sooner if I opened up more chests. But yeah, at that time, I just didn't know what to post on YouTube. So I just so happened to do a chest opening, and I just so happened to get Legendary Superman while I was recording. The next question is from Hevix. If I have Green Lantern but only a 2-star, should I upgrade him over my Silver Dr. Fate? So I really like Silver Dr. Fate, but I really just have him in the background as a support character. I don't really upgrade him too much, but that really just depends on who you are. I know a lot of people like to make their Dr. Fate a tank, and that's perfectly fine. You aren't really being too specific on which Green Lantern you have, but either way, I guess you should upgrade Silver Dr. Fate since he is pretty dang OP. The next question is from Abdul Wadud. A request, bro, upload 60 frames if possible. So actually, fun fact, my phone actually runs at 120 frames per second because I have the Razer phone 2. But unfortunately, the screen recorder does not allow me to record at 120 frames. I'm not too sure what it is on the screen recorder. It might be like 30 frames per second. But I didn't even know how you noticed that it wasn't 60 frames, because whenever anybody else posts gameplay about Injustice 2 Mobile, I just can't tell if it's lag or if it's the actual frame drop. I don't think I'm going to be able to upload for 60 frames unless I get like some sort of... I bought an Elgato, but unless that connects to my phone, then I guess I would have to get a specific capture card that would go to my phone. in order to upgrade at 60 frames per second. And honestly, if I have to do that, I probably won't. That's just way too much work. The next question is from Joao Victor. I hope I said that right. I don't know. What's the best Batman Ninja character and the best Justice League character? So the best Justice League character overall has got to be Cyborg, just because his passive is super OP. He gets to do a lot of damage, and he lets his teammates do a lot of damage in the basic attack section. In terms of Batman Ninja character, I guess it would be Catwoman, just because she has the immortal ability. She can do dot damage. She can heal. She has blind. She has a lot of really cool things going for her. I do have mine upgraded to Batman Ninja Robin. However, that's only because I couldn't decide back then who I should upgrade between Catwoman or Robin. And then I kind of found out that Robin, even though he is super great and he can do a lot of damage, he does seem to have this little freeze glitch. I don't know if it's like a frame drop problem or something, but Catwoman definitely doesn't have that problem. So I guess it would have to go to Catwoman. The next question is from Tino. Hey man, which chest do you think will come on the anniversary, and should I really save for them? So personally, I've said it many times, I'm not really a big fan of opening up chests. You can go spend them in a million other places that is much better than opening up chests. But in terms of anniversary, I mean, we've seen how, the developers have completely butchered every single good chest in the game. I really doubt anything good is going to be coming. If you really want to save for them, go for it. But I'm probably not going to do that. The next question is from Ali Ahmad. Bro, I have Raiden and Shazam, and I want to build an Arcane team. Which is the best third character I should add to the team? All right, so in my opinion, it would clearly have to go to Silver Dr. Fate. If you're already using him, go ahead and put in Supergirl or Powergirl, whatever her name is. She has the exact same passive, and Shazam will work on her too. Sure, Raiden won't get that extra energy because she is not an Arcane character, but you can just remedy this by tagging in and tagging out your characters. It's really no big deal. So either Dr. Fate or Powergirl. The next question is kind of worded a little bit weird, and it comes from Fear in a Column. Why if Arkham Knight Batman is deadly with Heartbreaker Harley Quinn and entangling Poison Ivy, in Grodd isn't he deadly in Arena and Champions Arena too? You said Arkham Knight Batman is trash in Arena. So I assume the first question is about that team, and then the second question is about Grodd. So first of all, the reason why I don't like Arkham Knight Batman, and the reason why I say he's trash, is because I think he is way too hard to get. I think legendary characters are way too hard to get. So he is trash compared to how long and how many gems you need to spend in order to unlock him. And he's also not great in general as a character. He should just be a gold, man. There's nothing really special about him. Yes, he's OP with Heartbreaker Harley Quinn and entangling Poison Ivy, but so is Last Laugh Joker. As a matter of fact, Last Laugh Joker is even better. And the only reason why Arkham Knight Batman is technically good with Heartbreaker Harley Quinn and entangling Poison Ivy is because he upgrades Heartbreaker Harley Quinn. So it's not even that Arkham Knight Batman is good, it's just that one of his passives just so happened to help out Heartbreaker Harley Quinn. And when he's asking me the second question about Grodd, I'm guessing he's trying to ask me if he's good in Arena and in Champions Arena 2. And I don't think he is. He's pretty bad character. Whichever Grodd you're talking about, the silver or the gold, they're both pretty bad. The next question is from Marco Alban. Which character would you eliminate? In terms of characters that are annoying, I already answered this. It would be Darkseid. In terms of characters that just suck, it would probably have to be Firestorm or Cheetah. The next question is again from Thanos Big Daddy himself. Would you prefer Silver Superman or Armored Superman for Arena and Champions Arena? I would 100% pick Silver Superman just because he is a really, really great tank because of his passive. I really do like him, and you guys always know how I'm talking about how Armored Superman is just way too overrated. The next question is from Diego Bello. What are top two teams, like Multiverse team and Justice League team or League of Anarchy team? You forgot the Batman Ninja team. In my opinion, top two would probably have to be the Multiverse and the Batman Ninja team. I really do like the League of Anarchy team because of Last Laugh Joker. However, they're only super, super OP when it comes to raids. But overall, I really like using the Multiverse team, and I really like using the Batman Ninja team just because they're really fun. The next question comes from, I'm sorry, I don't know Chinese, and I'm not going to go translate it. You know who you are. All right, so which bosses / phases do you like the least? I actually already have a video about this. My least phase has got to be P2, and my least favorite sub-boss has got to be Horrific Scarecrow. That random tag-in is just way too annoying. The next question is from Giovanni Lara. Who do you think is better, Armored Superman or Classic Superman? Or who would you build up more? All right, you guys know the answer. I don't really like Armored Superman that much, so it's going to go to Classic Superman. I really do like Classic Superman anyways, just because he's pretty cool. He's actually one of the few characters that I actually like how he looks in his animation, where it looks kind of cartoony. He also has a really cool special 3. It does do decent damage, and it does dot damage, and his special 2 decreases defense of the opponent. So it's pretty much a no-brainer. I would 100% of the time go for Classic Superman. The final question is from Roman K. He basically asked me in one video. I was talking about how hackers still play the game and it's kind of messed up because they could take up spots in arena. He was asking me how come I still play arena if I'm technically going to be taking up spots since I already have the arena characters. And I think this is a pretty valid question. This is a good question. And I think a lot of beginners really ask a lot of pro players how come they still play the arena. And a really big reason is because of the rewards. So first of all, well, obviously it's because of the rewards. But look, listen. First of all, with the hackers, they literally don't have to do anything. They could just go on their computer or go on their phone and get the hacks, and that's it. So there's literally no reason for them to be getting gems or arena credits. And that's really the main reason why I still play arena, even if I'm playing an arena for a character that I already have, maxed out shards in. Let's say like Justice League the Flash. He's the current arena character right now. So yeah, it's not really that bad, I guess you could say, for me. Yes, some people are still going to struggle to get those characters because people like me are going to be taking up spots. But at the end of the day, I still have things that I should be, working towards to anyways. And plus, you can get into a new arena depending on when you create your account. So it's not like everybody's going to be competing against people like me. But in my particular case, I still want to get more gems and I still want to get more arena credits because I want to unlock Raiden. So, there's still a lot of little rewards that you can be getting aside from the shards. That's why I still play arena. Believe me, if I was like the hacked players that had literally everything maxed out, I wouldn't play the game because there would literally be no reason to even hop on. Maybe just to play raids and, just to show off how much damage you do, but that's pretty much it. Anyways, after that, he asked me his actual question. He says, what is the best multiverse team and why? Because I've seen a lot of people use Red Hood and Multiverse Armored Supergirl with Multiverse the Flash. So the real reason why you see this team a lot is kind of because in raids there really isn't any other character aside from Supergirl, Armored Supergirl, and the Flash that can apply a lot of damage to each other. So a lot of people just put in Red Hood just because if you can't do more damage, at least extend the amount of time. That way you could do more damage for a longer period of time. That's the idea with Red Hood. It's not necessarily that Red Hood is a good character to use with the multiverse team. It's just that the multiverse team doesn't really have anybody else that can make them more OP. For me personally, when it comes to arena, I like using Armored Supergirl, Multiverse Armored Supergirl. I like using the Flash, and I like using regular Supergirl, regular Multiverse Supergirl. Sorry, I keep forgetting to put the multiverse in there. But anyways, the reason why I do this is because, again, Multiverse Armored Supergirl and the Flash, they already have OP elements to them. So what I like to do is I like to add a little bit of defense, a little bit of health, since opponents in arena are going to be, having higher health and stuff. So that's what I use Supergirl for. But in raids, you don't really need her because, the raid bosses, they don't do a ton of damage as long as you block. So it's kind of hard to add another person to the multiverse team that will increase the amount of damage they'll do. But for me, I do like adding in multiverse. His name is Multiverse Black Lightning. And the reason why is because if you're going to be playing for like 3 minutes straight, towards the end of the match, the AI is going to start, spamming a lot of specials. And so even though you can interrupt things with Multiverse Armored Supergirl, you're not always going to be able to do that, especially when she's already tagged in. And so to kind of, confront this, I like using at least Black Lightning so that way, over time, the opponent's specials start costing more and more. So yeah, sorry that I sound a little bit weird in this part of the video and that I, kind of stuttered a little bit. I'm recording this after like 2 days after I recorded everything else because I wasn't satisfied with the way that I answered this question first. I wanted to give a little bit more of an in-depth answer, and here you go. All right, guys, that's about it. Thank you for the questions. We got about, I think it's like 40 questions. I have 50 comments, but not all of them are questions. So I'm going to count that up right now. I'm recording this and the last question right after I finished editing the whole video. So this took me a very long time to edit, everything in there. So I would really appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe. It really helps me out. But aside from that, I really hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe and stay clean. And make sure to ask me more questions so I can make more videos like these. Not only does it benefit me because I have a lot of fun, but it also benefits you guys because obviously a lot of people have a lot of different questions. Anyways, like I said in the beginning, I have that playlist. So if you really want to, not wait for me to answer a question that I probably already answered, you could just go ahead and check out those videos.